Nothing in life will change until you decide it must. You can read all the books, watch all the videos, and listen to all the advice, but nothing happens until you get serious. Seriousness is the point where talk stops and action begins. It's the moment you refuse to settle for excuses, refuse to wait for the perfect conditions, and refuse to let fear control you. Until you make that choice, life will stay exactly the same. The world doesn't give opportunities to those who are casual. It gives results to those who are committed. Today is the day to stop wishing, stop procrastinating, and step fully into responsibility. Get serious, act with purpose, and watch the doors you never imagined begin to open. Outline 1. Take full responsibility for your life starting today. Nothing changes until you do. That's the truth most people avoid. Everyone wants a better life, but not everyone is willing to take ownership of it. Most people wait for the government, their boss, or their family to somehow make things right. But life doesn't work like that. Change doesn't happen when you wait. It happens when you decide. It begins the moment you say, I'm done waiting. I'm ready to take control. That's when real progress starts. Until then, life just keeps repeating the same lessons over and over again, hoping you'll finally wake up. You see, personal responsibility isn't a burden, it's freedom. When you finally accept that your life is the result of your decisions, you also realize you have the power to change it. You stop wasting time pointing fingers and start using that energy to improve yourself. That's the moment maturity begins. You stop saying it's not fair and start asking, what can I do about it? That shift alone can transform your entire life because responsibility gives you direction. It puts you back in charge. It makes you the author of your story again. Most people want to talk about change, but very few are serious about it. They talk about new habits, new goals, new results, but keep doing the same old things. You can't wish for success and live like you don't mean it. You can't want progress while keeping your lazy routines. Until you get serious, your life will stay exactly the same. You'll keep promising yourself that you'll start next week, next month, next year, and one day, you'll realize that nothing's different because nothing ever started. Getting serious means making decisions you can't back away from. It means getting up earlier, staying up later, saying no to distractions, and doing what's hard, even when no one's watching. It means being honest about your effort. If you didn't give it your best, don't call it bad luck. Call it what it is, a lack of seriousness. The day you start taking your goals personally, that's the day your life begins to change. Because serious people don't make excuses, they make adjustments. Responsibility changes the way you look at everything. You stop saying, why me? And start saying, try me. You stop complaining about your job and start improving your skills. You stop resenting successful people and start learning from them. You stop waiting for motivation and start acting without it. That's what separates those who grow from those who stay stuck. It's not talent, it's not luck, it's seriousness. The serious ones take charge, the others take chances and hope for the best. I've seen people transform their lives completely, not because they found some magic formula, but because they finally got serious. They got tired of their own excuses. They got tired of hearing themselves talk about someday. They stopped lying to themselves about what they wanted and what they were actually doing. They didn't need more motivation. They needed more honesty. Once you tell yourself the truth, you stop living small. You stop pretending that things will fix themselves. You finally step into your own power. The truth is, life doesn't reward interested people. It rewards committed ones. It doesn't care about what you wish for. It only responds to what you work for. You can't fake seriousness. You can post quotes, talk about hustle, and still never move forward. Because change doesn't care about talk. It cares about action. And action only comes from one thing: a decision that says, I'm done living this way. Everything starts shifting. So many people are one serious decision away from a better life. One decision away from better health, better finances, better relationships, but they keep waiting for the perfect time. Let me tell you, the perfect time never comes. There's only now. The second you take responsibility for your life, the path becomes clear. You stop waiting for someone to save you because you realize you're the one you've been waiting for all along. It's not about being fearless or perfect. It's about being serious enough to act in spite of the fear. It's about saying, I may not have it all figured out, but I'm moving anyway. Because movement creates clarity, and clarity creates progress. The people who change their lives aren't smarter. They're just more serious. They stop running from hard truths and start building around them. They face their weakness, fix their habits, and refuse to go back. So if you want your life to change, get serious about it. Stop talking and start acting. Stop wishing and start working. Stop waiting and start deciding, because the second you take full responsibility for where you are, the door to where you want to be opens wide. You can walk through at any time, but only if you're serious enough to step up and take that first real step. Outline 2. Stop hoping for luck and start building discipline daily. Most people spend their whole lives waiting for luck to change things. They hope that one day the timing will be right, the opportunity will fall into their lap, and life will suddenly become easier. But that's not how it works. If you rely on luck, you'll spend your whole life waiting. You see, life doesn't respond to hope. It responds to habits. Discipline, not luck, is what builds the kind of life you want. It's not about waiting for a good day. It's about creating good days with the decisions you make, the work you do, and the standards you hold. Luck is unpredictable, but discipline is dependable. You can't build your future on something you can't control. You can't plan your success around chances and coincidences, but you can control your habits. You can decide what time you wake up, what you read, how hard you work, and how consistent you are. That's what builds the foundation for every successful person you've ever admired. It's not luck. It's a long list of small, disciplined actions done every single day. People like to say, if I ever get lucky, I'll change my life. No, you get lucky because you change your life. You get lucky when you're ready. You get lucky when you've worked so hard that when opportunity finally shows up, you don't need to prepare, you're already prepared. That's not luck. Yeah, it's earned. That's earned. You see, luck follows effort. It follows the person who's disciplined enough to keep showing up, even when no one notices. The truth is, luck is just the world's way of rewarding discipline. Discipline means doing what you said you'd do long after the mood you said it in has faded. It means following through on your promises, not to others, but to yourself. Because if you can't keep your own word, how can you expect your life to move forward? Every time you skip a task, make an excuse, or give in to laziness, you're telling your mind that comfort matters more than growth. And the more you repeat that, the weaker your willpower becomes. Discipline is like a muscle. Use it daily, and it gets stronger. Neglect it, and it disappears. Most people want the reward without the routine. They want results without responsibility. They want comfort without sacrifice. But that's not how life rewards you. Life tests you first to see how serious you are. And your seriousness is proven through discipline, your ability to keep going when it's boring, when it's painful, when it's slow, when it's thankless. The great ones don't wait to feel like it. They act regardless of feeling. They do it because it needs to be done. They don't wait for the right emotion. They create it by acting first. Every disciplined day builds a stronger you. Each workout you complete, each page you read, each dollar you save, those are the bricks that build your future. You won't see results after one day, but keep stacking those days, and something powerful happens. Your confidence grows. Your habits solidify. Your identity changes. You stop being someone who tries and become someone who does. That's what discipline gives you, the power to become who you said you would be. People say, but discipline is hard. Of course it is. So is staying broke. So is being unhappy. So is living with regret. The question is not whether life will be hard. The question is which hard you want to live with. Discipline is painful now, but it saves you from the pain of later. Regret hurts more than effort ever will. So choose your pain wisely. If you're going to suffer, let it be the kind of suffering that builds you, not the kind that breaks you. When you get serious about discipline, you stop chasing motivation. You understand that motivation is a spark, but discipline is the fire that keeps you warm through cold seasons. Motivation fades, but discipline sustains. It's what gets you up when the excitement is gone. It's what keeps you focused when distractions come. It's what separates the dreamers from the doers. People think success comes from luck, but if you look closer, it always traces back to the same source: discipline. The truth is, luck may visit everyone, but only the disciplined are ready to use it. The lazy see opportunity as a burden, while the disciplined see it as proof that their work is paying off. That's why you can't fake discipline. You can't fake consistency. Life always exposes the truth. It shows who's been preparing in silence and who's been wasting time waiting for a miracle. And when the moment arrives, the disciplined win because they've earned it in private long before anyone clapped for them. So if you want your life to change, stop waiting for something to happen. Stop hoping for a lucky break. Get serious. Build discipline. Start showing up even when you don't feel ready. Start honoring your word, even when no one notices, because that's how you earn your luck. That's how you turn small daily actions into unstoppable momentum. And once discipline becomes your lifestyle, success stops being an accident. It becomes a guarantee. Outline 3. Decide what you truly want and commit to it. The reason most people never change is simple. They don't know what they really want. They wake up every day chasing random goals, copying what others are doing, or following what sounds good in the moment. They change their plans as easily as the weather changes. And because they never decide what they truly want, they never give themselves a real direction. Life becomes a cycle of starting, stopping, and starting again, but never finishing anything meaningful. Until you decide what matters to you, life will keep pulling you in every direction. You can't hit a target you haven't defined. You can't commit to a goal that doesn't belong to you. Most people are exhausted not because they're working too hard, but because they're working on the wrong things. They're giving their time and energy to goals that don't light them up inside. That's why they burn out. That's why they quit. And that's why nothing changes. Once you decide what you truly want, your energy becomes focused. Your actions gain purpose. You stop being busy and start being effective. Deciding what you truly want means sitting down with yourself and being brutally honest. Ask yourself, what do I really want from my life? Not what looks good to others, not what society expects, not what impresses people, but what actually fulfills you. Because you can spend years climbing a ladder only to find it was leaning against the wrong wall. The moment you get honest with yourself, everything changes. You stop living by pressure and start living by purpose. Commitment is what separates wishful thinking from real transformation. Once you know what you want, you must decide fully that you're going to do what it takes to get it. Not try, not see how it goes. Decide, because half decisions lead to half results. The universe doesn't respond to maybe, it responds to clarity and consistency. Every major change begins when someone says, I've had enough of living this way. That's the moment seriousness is born. That's when excuses die and effort begins. Commitment isn't about feeling motivated every day. It's about doing the work even when you don't. It's about showing up when it's hard, when it's boring, when you don't feel like it. That's when your commitment is tested. Anyone can work hard when things are easy. But when the excitement fades, when progress slows, when nobody's cheering, that's when commitment proves who you are. Most people break there because they weren't truly committed. They were only interested. There's a big difference. When you commit, you burn the bridges behind you. You stop keeping plan B as an escape. You stop saying, if it doesn't work, I'll do something else. No, when you commit, you tell yourself, I'm going to make it work no matter what it takes. That mindset changes everything. Because the moment your brain knows quitting isn't an option, it starts finding new ways to win. It becomes creative, resourceful, relentless. That's how breakthroughs happen. Not through luck, but through full commitment. You see, your mind needs a reason to fight. When you give it a clear goal and a real purpose, it becomes unstoppable. But when you live with indecision and confusion, it stays lazy and unmotivated. Clarity creates energy. Confusion kills it. The clearer you are about what you want, the more energy you have to go after it. That's why the first step to changing your life isn't action, it's decision. Decide what matters most, and you'll naturally start aligning everything else around it. Don't let fear stop you from deciding. Many people never commit because they're afraid of choosing wrong. They fear failure, judgment, or wasting time. But indecision wastes more years than failure ever will. At least when you commit, you learn, you grow, and you evolve. When you hesitate, you stay stuck. Don't wait for perfect certainty. You'll never have it. Decide now and refine later. The worst mistake is not deciding at all. Because until you make a firm choice, life will keep deciding for you. Once you decide what you want, protect it with everything you have. Don't let distractions steal your focus. Don't let other people's opinions shake your faith. Don't let temporary discomfort make you forget your long-term goal. Every day will bring challenges. Every day will test your seriousness. But if you stay committed, something incredible happens. You begin to trust yourself. You build confidence not from results, but from knowing that you'll keep showing up, no matter what. Remember, the day you truly decide is the day your life begins to change. You can't control how fast it happens, but you can control how serious you are. So stop living halfway. Stop playing small. Stop changing your mind every week. Sit down, get clear, and make a real decision. Because once you decide what you want and commit to it fully, life starts opening doors that were invisible before. Everything begins to shift in your favor, but it only happens when you get serious and mean it. Outline 4. Raise your standards and stop tolerating average. Let me tell you something, my friend. Your life will never rise higher than your standards. You can't live an excellent life while tolerating average habits, average people, and average thinking. You can't expect extraordinary results while accepting ordinary effort. The moment you decide, I deserve better, life starts to move in a different direction. That decision changes everything. See, most people don't lack talent, they lack standards. They allow too much nonsense into their life. Distractions, excuses, comfort, laziness, negative people, and weak goals. And then they wonder why their life feels stuck. The truth is, your life expands or shrinks based on what you're willing to tolerate. If you tolerate procrastination, you'll live in delay. If you tolerate excuses, you'll live in regret. But if you raise your standards and refuse to settle for less than your potential, you'll grow faster than you ever imagined. Jim Rohn once said, "Don't wish it was easier, wish you were better." That's a standard. It means stop blaming, stop complaining, and start upgrading yourself. If something isn't serving your growth, let it go. If the people around you aren't challenging you, find a new circle. Because average energy will never create an extraordinary life. You see, raising your standards isn't about arrogance. It's about self-respect. It's saying, I refuse to live below what I'm capable of. It's not about being better than others. It's about being better than who you were yesterday. Every time you raise your standards, you send a signal to your mind, your habits, and your environment that mediocrity is no longer welcome here. Look around your life. Every area that frustrates you is a reflection of a standard you've allowed to drop. Your health, your finances, your discipline, your relationships. Somewhere along the way, you said it's okay when it really wasn't. You accepted comfort instead of change. And comfort is the silent killer of greatness. The truth is, average feels safe, but it's not. It's dangerous because it slowly kills your drive, your potential, and your confidence. When you keep saying it's fine to things that are not fine, you build a habit of settling. And once you start settling, you stop striving. And once you stop striving, you stop growing. So, if you want to change your life, don't start by looking at your circumstances. Look at your standards. What are you allowing? What are you accepting? What are you saying yes to that doesn't align with who you want to become? Because when you raise your standards, your environment has no choice but to change with you. You'll start to attract better people, better opportunities, better habits, not because life suddenly got easier, because it became sharper. You'll no longer entertain drama, gossip, or laziness. You'll start to demand more from yourself, more focus, more effort, more consistency. And guess what? That's when results start to multiply. It's not about luck. It's about leadership, self-leadership. It's about drawing a line and saying, no more. No more average effort. No more wasted time. No more emotional reactions. No more waiting for motivation. Because successful people don't wait for the right conditions. They create them by holding themselves to higher standards every single day. You can't raise your income without raising your discipline. You can't raise your influence without raising your mindset. You can't raise your results without raising your expectations of yourself. Everything starts with you. So here's my challenge to you. Starting today, stop tolerating what you know is beneath you. Stop giving energy to things that drain your spirit. Stop saying yes to things that don't grow you. Respect your time, respect your energy, respect your potential. Remember this, your standards are your boundaries with life. If you keep them low, you'll keep attracting struggle. But when you lift them up, you'll start attracting abundance. Because the universe doesn't give you what you want, it gives you what you require. From now on, require more from yourself. Speak better, think sharper, work harder, dream bigger. Because you don't get what you wish for, you get what you demand through your actions, your habits, and your consistency. Raise your standards, and you raise your entire life. Outline VOOV. Deem it more from yourself than anyone ever will. Success doesn't arrive because someone else cares about your future more than you do. It doesn't show up because your friends, family, or colleagues demand excellence from you. No one will push you harder than you push yourself. That's why the most successful people in the world have one thing in common. They hold themselves accountable above all else. They refuse to make excuses. They refuse to settle. They refuse to wait for permission or motivation. They set the bar higher than anyone else could imagine, and they make themselves reach it every single day. If you want a life of achievement, start by understanding this truth. Your potential is unlimited, but only if you demand it from yourself. Most people coast along, letting comfort dictate their actions. They wait for opportunities to knock, for someone else to notice, for life to hand them rewards. But life doesn't hand anything to anyone who isn't serious. Life respects action, discipline, and self-imposed standards. You must be the person who demands more from yourself than anyone else ever will. because nobody else has your life in their hands. Think about the people you admire. They didn't achieve greatness because they had easy circumstances. They achieved it because they refused to let themselves off the hook. They trained their minds, strengthened their habits, and pushed past resistance every single day. They took responsibility for their failures, learned from them, and then demanded better performance from themselves the next time. You must adopt that mindset. Stop blaming circumstances, stop waiting for luck, and start taking control. The only way to grow is to demand more from yourself today than you demanded yesterday. This doesn't mean harshness or cruelty toward yourself. It means respect. Respect for your time, energy, and potential. Respect for the life you are capable of living. It means setting clear expectations for your work, your relationships, your health, and your growth, and refusing to allow excuses to interfere. When you start holding yourself accountable in this way, you send a message to the world that you are serious. You start attracting situations and people who match your intensity. You start creating the life you are capable of living. The most important person in your life is you. You are your own leader, your own teacher, and your own motivator. If you want something in life, demand it from yourself first. Don't wait for others to inspire you, push you, or notice your efforts. Make your standards non-negotiable. Show up every day and outwork yourself, outthink yourself, outcommit yourself. When you make this decision, the world has no choice but to respond. You will begin achieving more than you ever imagined because you refused to let yourself settle for less. Outline 6. Eliminate excuses and take control of your habits. Now, nothing changes until you take responsibility for your life. Excuses are the silent killers of dreams, quietly convincing you that you are powerless, when in reality, every moment is an opportunity. The habits you practice every day shape your results. The truth is simple. If your habits are weak, your results will be weak. If your habits are strong, disciplined, and intentional, your results will follow. You can't control everything, but you can control what you do, how you think, and how consistent you are. That control starts the moment you refuse excuses. Excuses sound comfortable, but they are costly. They steal your energy, they weaken your focus, and they postpone your potential. Every excuse you tell yourself creates a story where you are the victim, and in that story, growth is impossible. The people who succeed don't wait for conditions to be perfect. They don't wait until they feel ready. They refuse to allow excuses to determine their direction. They wake up early, they stay committed, they prioritize what matters, and they repeat these habits daily. Habit after habit, action after action, they take control of their lives. So take a hard look at your daily routines. Are they supporting your goals, or are they secretly sabotaging you? Each small choice builds momentum towards success or failure. Small, seemingly insignificant decisions like what you watch, how you respond to stress, or how consistent you are with your work compound over time. Discipline in small things creates freedom in big things. Habits are the bridge between today and your future. The moment you take control of your habits, you eliminate excuses by default. You start shaping a life that matches your true potential. Discipline isn't easy, and the world will challenge you. Comfort will call, laziness will whisper, and doubt will tempt you to slow down. But those who succeed understand one principle: mastery over yourself is the most powerful force you will ever possess. When you take control of your habits, you take control of your destiny. You stop blaming circumstances, people, or luck. You stop feeling powerless. Every time you follow through on your commitments, no matter how small, you build strength, momentum, and confidence. That is how ordinary actions transform into extraordinary results. If you want results, you must take ownership. Start by identifying habits that drain your time and energy, then replace them with habits that produce results. Replace excuses with action. Replace hesitation with discipline. Replace procrastination with purpose. Your life reflects your daily choices, and the sooner you take control, the faster your progress accelerates. The people who achieve the most are not the luckiest. They are the ones